So I'm literally rolling herbs. So I recently quit smoking weed, but I want smoke in my lungs, I guess. I don't know. Or I want the act of smoking, and I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. I'm not going to vape. I don't want nicotine, and I don't really want weed. So I am going to roll some, what is this? Lemon balm and lavender. So I'm going to grind it up and then roll an herbal cigarette. Oh, it smells so good. Lavender, some lemon balm. How do you consume your herbs? But yeah, I'm gonna roll a couple. I have my cute little case, little cigarette case. And then I have my rolling contraption, which I used to roll all of my own joints. But when I became a mother, I just didn't have enough time for it. Now these ones are going to be infused because there is a little bit of weed left over from, God, it smells so good, from, I guess, the last time this was used. Hello, one person. I am rolling lemon balm and lavender joints, I guess, or herbal cigarettes. And then I'm going to pull some tarot cards. Or knit until someone comes in. So if you ever wanted to know how to roll a joint, I can teach you. All right. You just need some tools, right? So what I like to do, tool-wise, have little paintbrushes. Thank you for liking the video. Hi. No, I'm actually making herbal cigarettes. Cannabis 101. No, so I quit smoking weed, but I still want to smoke something. So I am, here, I'll put it in. We've got lemon balm and lavender. So these are herbal cigarettes. Just so that I can actively smoke. So yeah. We'll see what if my body likes it. And if my body doesn't like it, then I won't do it again. But you know, I gotta try it. I gotta try it. But yes, it's important to have your tools. So I like to put everything in the grinder into a little shot glass so that it's easier to pour the contents into my, what is Kuratech? I don't know what that is. So this is my little joint roller. And take your paper. Was I a cigarette smoker? Yes, I was when I was a teenager. I don't know why I thought it was so cool to smoke cigarettes when I was a teenager, but I did. In fact, when I was like 16, 17, I was like, for a couple months, smoking a pack a day, like a crazy person. But I quit smoking in my early 20s, quit smoking cigarettes, that is, in my early 20s. All right, so this is your filter. 1976, wow. What about vape? No, I don't really. Sometimes the vaping is too harsh for me. And I don't want nicotine. So, with the filter, you make a little M, and then you start, and then you roll it. You see the M? Little M in there. You avoided cigarettes? Yeah, I don't know why I thought. Well, so I was an exchange student when I was 16, 17, and I lived in another country, and everyone smoked in that country. As young as 12 years old, they smoked in that country. So, all right. So I like to put in my filter first, and I don't know if this matters, but I'm left-handed, so I like putting my filter on the right side and having my paper go to the left side. So that's what it looks like on the inside. You've got your filter and then your paper. And so for me, it's easier to pour out of this little jar instead of pouring out of the grinder. So I'll see if I can. And then you just pour, 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 pour. And I have this fun little tool right here. So it's all about your tools, so I can push down the herbs and make an even layer and then pour a little bit more. And it's okay if you kind of overstuff it because all of the excess is going to fall into this container. Hi, you're 11. Well, this is just lavender and lemon balm. Lavender and lemon balm. Herbal. Okay, now I'm gonna lick it. Do I have anything cool to do? Yeah, so after I do this, I'm gonna pull some tarot cards. That's what I do. I am a psychic intuitive. I pull tarot cards and I read your energy field. Or all right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the case and it's gonna pop out the top just like that. Boom, done. Yeah, get it, Grandma? Was she at Woodstock? All right, and now I have a lavender and lemon balm cigarette, literally an herbal cigarette. Yes, rollers are awesome. Scott, I'm sorry. My dad died. I'm sorry, Scott. My condolences to you. So I'm gonna do another one. It's okay. Well, I guess I'm not gonna do another one because that was my last paper. That was my last paper. So I guess I'm not gonna do another one. But see, the excess falls into here, and I like to have all of my things clean, hence the brushes, and all of the excess I will put into this little jar. Cap it off, and I'll save it for later for when I get more papers. No, I'm smoking lavender and lemon balm. I just quit smoking weed. I don't want to, my body has not been, I don't know, my body hasn't liked weed recently. So, but I still want to, I want to smoke. But I don't want to smoke cigarettes, and I don't want to vape or any of that. So I just don't want to. And I like just like the physical act of rolling my own. So no time like the present, let's go ahead and smoke these herbs. THCA, it is lemon balm and lavender. Where do I get my products from? So the roller, it does smell good. The lavender smells so good. The roller I got from Amazon. You can get a pack of the filters from Amazon as well. I just go to my local weed shop to get papers. And then the cigarette case I also got from Amazon. And the cool thing about the cigarette case is it has a port for you to charge it, and then this slides out and you can light your personally rolled cigarettes. Yeah. If you had a copy of Cheech and Chong album, The Big Bamboo, you could take the 12 by 12 rolling paper, and that was the album. Yes, vinyl record. I could. They make anything. What do you, I don't know what that means. What do you mean? But yeah, so I actually, this is pretty calming. I guess I could just drink tea, but I don't know. I guess I want smoke in my lungs. I don't know why. What about my lavender? Oh, my lavender? Where did I get my lavender? So I have a co-op right down the street from me, and they sell loose herbs. So I get all of my herbs from the co-op that's like right down the street from me. Well, I mean, it's just easily accessible to get things on Amazon, right? Especially in the United States where I live. But if you don't have access to that, then I imagine going to weed shops if those are available, or um, what made me want to do YouTube live right now, because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do, and I want to pull tarot cards. I want to do readings, free readings for people. So I'm in the United States, specifically the Pacific Northwest. But yeah, no, I've been going live just cuz. Washington, Oregon area. Yeah, Washington. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious if I want to do like a collective reading, or if no, I'd want to do like, oh, okay, you're from Frederick. I'm from Frederick, Maryland. I was like, wait, what's MD again? Oh, you're perfect YouTube, great personality. Why, thank you. But the reason why I want to be, do stuff on YouTube is I I'm a psychic, and I go to a psychic school, and I have a lot of psychic knowledge. Little Rock, Arkansas here. Hey, so my best friend, her husband's from Arkansas, and she goes to Arkansas quite often. Yes, it's 1:35 a.m. Wow, that's about how late I went last night. I was going on. I last night in my live, I was talking about growing up Catholic. Boy, that was wild. Um, yeah. And then eventually someone came in and asked for a reading, and then we switched focus to doing readings. West Virginia here, so cool. Okay, East Coast people. I've only been to, well, actually no. I used to live in Georgia. So I used to live on the East Coast, but not I've only been to like the upper East Coast area. I've been to New York once, and then last year I went to Salem, Massachusetts. South Carolina here. Awesome. Oh my gosh. So like I said, I used to live in Georgia, and I had a friend who was in North Carolina, and so I drove to go visit her. So, if you do not know, in these great United States, between the border, I think it's between the border of South Carolina and North Carolina, there is a place called, I think it's called Across the Border or something, and it is a completely, oh my God. So, like in Seattle area, they have the Space Needle, right? They have something like there, but at the top of it is a sombrero. So it's like the space. It is not as tall as the Space Needle, but you ride. I don't know, Norma. Do you know? Have you ever been there? I think it's called South of the Border, and it's just like a very caricaturized Mexican themed. It's very racist. Like driving through it, I was like, "What the fuck?" And as a Mexican woman, I was like, what the fuck is this? What? Yeah, south of the border. So Norma, you okay, great. You can confirm that this exists. And it's like a strip mall. It's like a weird south of like it's like a weird racist Mexican Disneyland. I mean, yeah, it is fun. It is fun, but it's just like I was not prepared for it. I was not prepared. I was like, what? Ugh. I just remember driving through it and I was like, my word, what on earth? Hi. Okay, so I'm done with that. I actually feel, well, there was maybe a little bit of keef in there, so I'm like, I am feeling high, but I also am feeling like I feel very light from the lavender and the lemon balm. But like frequency wise, it's a different frequency from smoking just weed. Yeah, it is a fun place, south of the border. If you ever drive through uh, South Carolina, visit it. South of the border is the fireworks store we all used to get our fireworks from as we traveled I-95 north and south. Yeah. Oh, so it's fireworks stand too. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I've got cards and I would love to, if anyone has questions that they would like, any psychic advice on, I would love to tune in and see what the cards say for you. See if I can assist in any way. Great fireworks, awesome. Oh my goodness, speaking of great fireworks, so I love my readings. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Norma. Thank you. This 4th of July was on a Friday, right? And where I live in Washington in the Pacific Northwest is the Puget Sound. And so there's little water inlets and everywhere. And my dad has a place on the beach, and because no one had to go to work the next day, the fireworks were off the chain. Oh my, they went for a very long time. They went for almost an hour, whereas otherwise they would go maybe like 30 minutes. Otherwise, we have to go to West Virginia to get fireworks or go to Pennsylvania border. Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, did anyone else see like awesome freaking fireworks this year? Hi. Thank you, thank you. Well, Norma, do you have a question? Would you like... I love fireworks too. Fireworks are the best. Okay, well then, how about I just read collectively about, do I want this deck? Nope. We're gonna use this deck. Getting kind of like, what do we need to know kind of thing. But spirit only messages. Bruce, I've had 2 readings from mediums. They both referenced 2 guardians looking out for me, but never said who. Actually, for my friend, for my friend, Jules 69, will I ever marry? um, but Bruce, for my friend, I did a reading. Never happened for me. Okay, I'll pull cards for that, but I'm gonna share. Have a spirit guide reading that I did for. Okay, that I did for a friend, and she asked if I could. It was so much fun to do this reading. So she asked if I could take a look at the guides that have helped her throughout her different areas of her life and who those guides were. And so I tapped in, and it was so cool because the way that like my psychic vision saw it is it was like a timeline came up, and then a little arrow came over, and then it dropped. And then I was like, okay, and then I like watched it go in, and like and then the guide came through that was there, and then I like gathered information on like that time of their life and gave them the guide. And then what was really cool in the very first guide was like they were like, I work with that guide all the time, like that is like my main guide. So that was a really fun, cool validation from that reading. Okay, Jewel 6 and 9, let's get into these. Will I ever marry? Spirit, only messages of truth and clarity from the divine. Jewel 6-9. Will Jewel 6-9 ever marry? Will Jewel never happen for me? So Jules, what came through was Knight of Cups inverse. So I'm gonna say it's giving me a no. And that is because the offers that are coming to you, or those who you allow, the energy that they're coming, or the energy that you're accepting is an energy that is not only blocked from these men, but these men are coming through with immature energy to begin with. So not only are they immature, but they're blocked from their emotions as well. So I'd like to give you some advice on what's blocking. Ooh, that flew out right away. What's blocking you from choosing someone who's in a more mature, stable, emotional energy for you? And this flew out. You saw it fly out. We have the 5 of Swords inverse. This is the block that's blocking you from, and why the answer is coming through no right now. The 5 of Swords inverse. Ooh, she's flying. I just want to clarify for this 5 of Swords inverse. Just want to clarify your spirit. Why was this? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing this cycle in the 5 of Swords, and this is the block, and this is representing like different stages of your life, like the maiden, the mother, and the crone, is what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling from this. And so there is what's blocking you from choosing or attracting to you a more mature emotional offer in relationships in order to enter into a marriage is this feminine wound of embracing your magic. And it feels like an early childhood wound of a feminine energy, like a mom or a grandma not supportive of you, or putting you down and putting down your ideas and creating in you all of this energy that gets you stuck in your head. Because right after the Five of Swords, we have the Six of Swords. It's like this wound of abandoning yourself for breadcrumbs. So I'd like to give you some advice on how to move through this block. Oh, thank you. Let's see here. Okay, so definitely to remove this block, what came out is the Three of Pentacles, and that's got to do with working on yourself and putting in some work on not abandoning yourself. And this is really coming through of finding creative, collective communities for yourself. The Three of Pentacles is about working together and creating a foundation for all over material wealth. And I mean materials in like not only these physical objects that we have, but like your family, as in like the people around you, your pets, and the stability of being able to maintain it without worry. So what's going to help you choose better is leaning into what makes you feel safe, feel safe to be creative in the ways that you weren't able to when you were younger, especially that feminine wound of whoever shut you down. Embrace that. So who do I want? Because I want to pull you an oracle card. Who do I want? Okay, so the dragons are coming through for you. Let me grab a dragon deck. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it took me a while with I was like the Five of Swords, and I really had to look at it and like feel into your energy, and then it came through. All right, so. Okay, all right. Okay, so the dragons are coming through for you, and have courage, Jules, okay? So you have Tatsuya come through. Look at this awesome dragon. So this really ties back into this was a survival thing for you. It feels unsafe to receive the emotional connection that you deserve from a king, because it triggers in you that security wound in your root chakra. So they're asking you to have courage when it comes to delving into your creativity and finding those communities and really digging into working on that root wound. That's beautiful. And I also feel like, and I'm so sorry if this is true, that there's like that it was abusive, just because this dragon reminds me of a dragon that I met in a very very spiritual place that bore witness to my abuse. So yeah, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Jules. I hope that was helpful. And then I want to get to Norma. It's my new place. New place, just moved to. Permanent. Okay. Never had a reading. Okay, Rebecca, you can go next. Norma, is my new place you just moved to permanent? Okay, so we're working on, so no wonder when I sat down to do these, hold on, I need to ground my root right now, because this is another root energy, which makes sense because I am dealing with a lot of root energy right now. Because that question, your home has to do with your security, right? With your well-being, having a roof over your head. And of course, wanting it to be permanent, so we shouldn't have to worry about shelter for ourselves. But alas, that is being human. Okay, so Spirit, only messages of truth and clarity from the divine for Norma. is Norma's new place that she just got permanent? Is it permanent? All right, let's take a look. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, I forgot to ask. I don't want this deck for you. I want a different deck for you. All right, there we go. You're very welcome, Julie. Norma. Spirit only messages of truth and clarity from the divine. Okay. All right, let's take a look. It's your new place. Do I want this card? Okay. Norma, I am getting a no, because what came out was Judgment inverse and Ace of Wands inverse. Okay. So, yeah, hold on. I'm going to ground my root chakra again really quickly because I can feel it flaring open. So I'm just going to set the intention to send a grounding cord from my root all the way down to the center of the earth. Okay. So we have Judgment inverse and Ace of Wands inverse. So this feels like there's a lot of people around who either are in your ear or judgmental about how you go about either obtaining or like being able to make money for your housing situation. Because there's this hearing like false start with the Ace of Wands inverse. Or just like a lot of mental chatter when it comes to this situation. So, and then the King of Wands is coming out inverse as well. I want to know your energy about this. What energy are you in about this? Because this King of Wands feels like one of the peoples in the Judgment, one of the people in the Judgment card who are in your ear. I don't know if they live with you, if they're who are either participating with you, moving with you. So what's your energy about this? Where are you at with this new place? Seven of Swords inverse. All right, I need one more to clarify that. Where your energy is at with this. Okay. So what came out was in your energy around the situation, around this new place, is Seven of Swords inverse, Nine of Cups, and the Sun inverse. Like so badly I feel from you. Of course you want this to work. Like you've been working really hard here with the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands energy, but like it feels like in this process that you had to, with the Seven of Swords here, you had to, it's almost like someone pulled something out from underneath you. And what they pulled was like this happiness. I don't know if where you were living before, like felt like a really good place for you. Because this happiness card is like you're right here, Nine of Cups, jumping into what feels like the fresh start. But the Sun inverse is, I want to know, so what's blocking you from this start? What's blocking you from this not being this King of Pentacles? I don't know who the man is. The King of Pentacles came out right away. If they have a different opinion from you, what is blocking you? What is blocking? Well, then you take it or leave it, Bruce. You take it or leave it. So when I'm connecting to you and I'm giving you tarot is not, for me, it's not reading the future. It's using cards to read energy and reading where your energy is at. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't resonate with you. I'm not, you know, always going to be right. I'm interpreting the energy that I'm feeling as I've been taught as a psychic, but I'm using cards as a medium for it. Yeah. Nothing happens to you. King of Pentacles. Let's see here. Four of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Ooh. Yeah, no, this is like that same energy. So what came through is the Four of Swords. I said I was continuing to ask what's blocking you. And I've got the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. And this says truce, and this one says power. And that ties me right back to this pile of your energy, of feeling like that truce energy being in your head, people being in your ear with the Judgment card inverse. So like this is affecting your third eye and your crown from you not being able, judgment, to make your own judgment about your living situation. I feel like this has to do with, what is this? What does this have to do? No. Like your passion project. In order to like afford the place, or to feel secure, or for the longevity? For the longevity. But it feels like you had to give something up with this truce and the Seven of Swords inverse in order to be like, okay, we're in a good spot now, but you don't feel like you're in a good spot because there was some power play, some power dynamic at play. In the situation that you're in now. I don't know if this male is the landlord. Maybe the landlord isn't the right fit for you. Yeah. Okay, so what's some advice to move through this energy? Ooh. Anything else? Okay. So the advice for you, Norma, to move through this energy of, because like like I said, the power dynamic, feeling there's this mental energy in this move, in this new place for you. And like the fact that you're even asking as well, like if it's permanent, if it doesn't, like you're not sure. But the advice is death. And look at this beautiful card, Phoenix rising from the ashes, death and rebirth. So this is a pattern I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles here, and the Four of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, of letting male energy kind of, what do I want to use? What's the word I want to use? Get power, get control over your mind, of your own, of how you want to see, of really standing in your power, of like communication and how you want to live. So that cycle, you need to, what is Spirit saying? Let me pull another card. Because I myself have been getting the Death card a lot in my situation. I am also in an unstable housing situation. So like I feel for you. And like I also have a male energy. Like I have a lot of matching pictures with you. For me, it's my dad. Prince of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, more blocked energy. And this is your energy, and this is your energy. Okay. All right. So in order to shed this cycle of You know, Spirit's also coming through and saying, like, if it's an apartment or if it's like a landlord situation or if it's that, and because Spirit is saying like the finality, the permanentness of it. Um, yeah, they're pretty active. They just fly out. Because this is your energy here with the death and rebirth of moving through it. The Prince of Wands inverse and the Queen of Pentacles inverse as well. Which is just like, this is your energy. The Prince of Wands, you are learning, again, Wands energy, passion, creation. What you're creating in this home life for yourself, you are still in your process of working towards it in the fire sense, in the sense of like really deciding where it is that you want to be. Like, you haven't quite settled on where it is you want to be in order for you to feel fulfilled in your job, your creative passions. However, because, you know, the energy is blocked, but you're fully capable of that. You're fully capable of stepping into this energy and knowing. This Judgment card has to do with, when it's in upright, it's about knowing the judgment of your life, and screw whoever is going to judge you for how you choose to live your life, because you bring yourself opportunities when you are listening to yourself, not listening to someone else. You bring yourself opportunities. You bring yourself opportunities in order for no one to take from you, no one to take your happiness away from you, because the sun is having everything. Look at that beautiful card of having it all: a family, children, relationship, home. But again, there's this power dynamic with the masculine side that is asking to be shed in order to step into this happiness, into this stability, which you, again, are fully capable of with the Queen of Pentacles here, but it's blocked energy. So the Queen of Pentacles that is blocked, you're blocked in, because the Queen of Pentacles is a card of that stable foundation of having worked at a craft and skilled it to the point that you are a master technician of whatever it is that ignites in your fire and your passion. And it's definitely like, with it being the Pentacles, in a material sense, your home. You're totally capable of being that badass baddie, either living on your own or having it all with the family and the son. But what's asking to be shed is that push and pull between the masculine and feminine. Okay. And allowing, you know, because it feels like in order to feel safe, there's been that shutting down of your power center, that shutting down of your boundaries, especially with this feeling like you had to give something up in order to be where you're staying now. So release that and stand in your power of your wealth, your material wealth, your spiritual wealth, your the wealth of your body being healthy. And yeah. All right, I want to pull a little oracle card for you. All right, the dragons want to come through for you. All right. Can we get a card for Norma, a dragon card? What advice do you have in, not only is it like balancing the masculine and feminine in yourself and not letting, being in a place where you can feel safe in your feminine and your masculine, but also not giving your power away. Oh, okay. You want both of them? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so 2 came out for you, so I'm going to give you 2. So you have the Wild Huntress. That's a beautiful card. Beautiful. And Gaia's Dragon. So there's a lot of this birth energy. The Sun card has to do with children and birth as well. This is advice for you. The Wild Huntress, face your shadow. So yeah, that is asking you to go in and look at that third chakra wound of giving your power away to that masculine energy. And there's, for me, I keep hearing the word ruthless. There's a ruthlessness about delving into your shadow in order for you to be in, I'm hearing Empress mode, because look at that, Gaia's, and it also says divine union. So when you are able to look at that shadow side and shed the wounds here of that power dynamic, look at like the beautiful wealth that you're going to come into, and there's divine union coming for you in doing that. All right, that's what I got from you. That was a beautiful reading, and I resonate a lot with it. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful. Okay. Oh, da, 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 da. This is my lavender and lemon balm. Little, well, that was fun. Those were beautiful. Yeah, I'll probably be moving out of my this house soon. I am doing free tarot readings. If you have a question, go ahead and ask a question. And if not, it does smell nice, yes. Kind of like, incense. The lavender really, it smells really good. I need to get more papers, though. That was so funny. That was so funny that I ran out of papers. Okay, well, I'm giving tarot readings, and if you'd like to ask a question, go ahead and ask in the comments. Bruce, do you want me to pull a card for you and just ask, like, where your energy is? Nice cat. He's a dog. He's a dog. He's a Pomeranian. He's just got short hair right now. Actually, this is really nice. I enjoy this. I'd like to sell herbal cigarettes. You're good. I mean, he looks like a cat walking by. Okay. I want this deck for you. General. Okay. Spirit. Let's just do general. What does Bruce need to know? What does Bruce need to know right now? Rebecca, where did I learn to do readings? I had a friend teach me. A friend, she gave me my first ever tarot deck, and she would give me readings. And back in 2018, I was really depressed, and I still struggled with depression. And I used tarot and started learning tarot in order to work through depression, because at that point in my life, I still wasn't going to therapy. I denied myself therapy for so long because I thought I could get through it on my own, and it's okay. We're not meant to get through our trauma on our own. It's great if you can, but not all of us are capable. And especially a collective trauma that I have with my family, like I need actual help. So that's what I would do is I would pull one card and then I would research that card and I would journal. And I would journal about how that card resonated with how I was feeling that day or what I was going through. And so and then that developed into going onto Pinterest and finding different readings. And then I would I would just look up the cards until eventually I just knew what the general story of all of them were and the general story of all the suits. But I like different decks and cards and get in reading picking up the messages intuitively from the images as well. Okay, Bruce, general reading. What do you need to know? It's too many cards. Too many cards. I'm gonna do another shuffle. I want to use this deck, right? Okay, one more shuffle. I love this song. Okay. When did I realize my empath ability? My spirit's telling me, right? Because I just asked, like, when did I really? My spirit is telling me when I was 2. Because I had to use it for survival. But like cognizantly, when did I realize it? How right are my readings? Well, so the thing about tarot isn't like meant to read that far, I would say that far into the future. It's usually about like, it's like a couple of not years, what am I saying? Sorry, months, sometimes weeks, but because like you can use tarot to pull daily. It's about energy, and energy is shifting. So, and that's why I ask, like, where are you in your situation? What's blocking you in your situation, and how can you move through it? It's energy. And the cards are just one medium of looking at energy. I would say for me, what's more accurate is actually tuning into your energy and doing a psychic reading for you. I've actually had quite a lot of accuracy with that, and especially in my school. So sorry. Thank you for asking these questions. I want to get to Bruce. Bruce, where's your energy and what do you need to know tonight? Where's your energy and what do you need to know tonight? Okay, for Bruce. Ooh. What is it? What is it? All right, so what's coming through right now is the Six of Swords inverse. And I just keep hearing stuck. Because the Six of Swords is a card of travel, is a card of knowledge and information. And as I'm trying to ask for more, the cards are being quite silent. And then again, it's a sword. So this energy of the swords is mental energy, and so there is a mental block in terms of I'm hearing intellectual perspective. Woo. Okay. Should I take all of these? I feel like I need to take all of these because the way that they flipped out at me. Let's take a look at this story. Okay. So with this Six of Swords inverse, there's some type of like um, stuck way of thinking in terms of like, because okay, so the story that came through, we've got the Five of Cups inverse. Oh, I'm gonna put that there. Um, Interesting. There, I just found a card on the ground from the other deck, so that's gonna come to play in your reading. The Nine of Pentacles inverse. Okay, so Five of Cups inverse, Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords inverse, and Knight of Cups. And so this is your energy surrounding the stuck of the, you know, the inverse of the Six of Swords, that mental energy that blocks you from I heard intellectual perspective of like researching something, or it's very much like stuck in your thinking, in your ways of thinking, stuck in the old ways. It's because it's like, if you embrace a new way of thinking that's going to make you happy, you're like, look at all of this you have over here, even though it's like you'll lose something if you change your mind about something, or if you like, you'll lose a part of yourself. And the part that you're afraid of losing of is this emotional part. That is preventing you from showing up in your life in a stable mental way, because he's inverse, and a stable emotional way. And it's like, you know, you need to let that go, because you think about it. There's things of like, oh, it's like, it feels like hate. It feels like there's hate inside of you that you're really struggling to let go. Yeah. Wow. Sorry. Not so, oh, I mean, sorry, not sorry, but like, that is just like the energy that I'm feeling. And it's interesting that the Nine of Pentacles came up, because it's preventing you from stepping into this pre-Empress energy. It's preventing you from receiving what you've worked so hard for in your life. Because I can see that you've worked so hard in your life to have what you have, and to change your mind about something, or to bend what you've always known. But you know that you do need to change your mind, because you know it's right, because but being blocked in this way is preventing you from, again, this is stability in wealth, and wealth of your spiritual wealth, wealth of your home. I'm hearing your land, and wealth of security. So can we get some advice for this? Some advice to move through this, to let go of hate, and to see all the good that you've worked for, to be in a receptive energy. To be in a receptive energy in order to show up with emotional maturity, and to show up with Two of Cups. That's beautiful energy. So I love the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups, some people will say that that is like relationship energy, that it's going to be like someone coming into your life that's going to change your mind. But Two of Cups also has to do with a different relationship within yourself, a different emotional relationship within yourself. And so what I'm hearing for you, Bruce, is like mirror work, like looking into the mirror, and because this really feels like, with the Knight of Cups inverse and the Knight of Swords inverse, that there is energy around from when you were a teenager, to where you were told like, it's not, you're not, boys aren't allowed to cry, and I don't know, you like having a smart mouth and like being intelligent, but being put down because like you, not like you were too smart or whoever you were, like your knowledge made others feel uncomfortable because they weren't as smart as you and they put you down for that. And you believed that. That's not true though. That's not true about yourself. You know that you have emotional depth. You know that you're in in your mind you're kind-hearted, but it put you in a way that you felt like you needed to attack others in the same the way that you've been attacked. So that's nurturing that inner teenager of yours. In order for in order for in order for you to come into a place of creativity, of creativity, trust, and peace within yourself. Yeah. And also in order to come into positive masculine communities and trusting that those communities are safe, and that you've been led there by your spirit, because it can bring you peace having those communities and connections in a healthy masculine way, but that starts with nurturing yourself. All right, some advice we want. So the mermaids actually want to come through for you because of like the emotional. Some very healing energy. Okay, mermaids are super healing. So can we get a card for Bruce? Can we get a card for Bruce to help him with this? In order to heal that inner teenager and to look at himself in the mirror and not be that boy, not be that teenager who couldn't stand up for himself or speak his truth or follow his heart. How can he? Ooh. Okay. So the mermaids are bringing you positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. And they want me to pull one more for you. You want me to pull another one for you? Ooh. Okay, good. Contemplation time, Bruce. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Beautiful. I have some meditations on my channel, like some grounding, and I'll be posting more meditations soon, if that would be helpful for you. Okay. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you, Bruce. That was beautiful. Oh my goodness. Like whew. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you. That's some that is some difficult energy to hold on to, but beautiful energy to, you're married 30 years. Beautiful energy to release and let go. That's amazing, being married 30 years. Wow. How do you do it? How do you do it? I was married for 12. Yeah. My divorce is finalized next week. So I'm sorry to hear that, Bruce. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so cool, Bruce. That's awesome. There's a local high school here and a local middle school that teach glass blowing. And every year they have like a little market to sell all of the creations, and then all of that money then goes back into the program. It's really cool. It's awesome. What instrument do you play? I tried to teach myself to play piano, but I grew up with a out of tune piano. So, but I did a lot of musical theater growing up, so I've been singing since I was a little kid. Drums, awesome. You stopped playing? Well, they're gone. Start drumming again. You make neon signs? That's cool. That's cool. Awesome. Well, my phone is about to die. I could probably do one more reading if someone would like to ask a question. I'd like to do a little reading for you. It would be my pleasure. And just, say that you'd like a reading in the comments. And then you can ask a question too. Oh, you have been playing again. Awesome. Good for you. Good for you. I hope that was helpful for you and resonated. Um, you've released 2 CDs? Wow, that's awesome. Are you on any streaming platforms? So I can listen to you? Small creators have to support small creators. Okay. Well, thank you, Bruce. I hope you have a good night and get some rest. Okay, cool. Let me write it down and I'll look it up. Here we go. All right. All right. All right. Have a good night. Bye. Thank you.